Oh my gosh. Alright, so I know you guys want to hear about what the title says. And it's true. That's not clickbait. That it's true. The title is true. We're gonna say that for the end. We're gonna do what happened in the episode in chronological order. So let's just listen. Let's talk about the mid-season finale, and then we'll talk about the what the title says. We're all ready for that. Uh, so there's different point of views in this episode. Let me just give the basic what happens. So, as you know, zombies, walkers, same thing, get all into Alexandria. I mean, every square foot there is a walker. So everybody runs into houses. They go upstairs. You can predict what happened. In each house there is Rosita, Tara, Eugene, and they're in the garage. And then in another room of that house, there is Morgan and Carol. The other room, there's the doctor and the leader of the wolves. That, if you don't remember, he's the guy with the long hair that Morgan had hostage. They're in one house. In the other house, there is Rick, uh, Jess, the blonde mom. We're just gonna call her blonde mom. Her kid, her other kid, Carl and Michonne, and they're in one house. And so, there's some boring, slushy parts and let me just talk about this episode as an episode, then I'll tell you what happens in the episode. So the episode as an episode, I'm sorry if that sounded confusing. Just the episode itself did not feel like a miss. It's hard to tell because there were some parts, like, this was the episode. Okay, like, pretend like this is the climaxes of it. And then like through the roof, and then just So, I mean, it was like, yeah, this was a really highlight episode. I could have highlighted the good stuff out of the boring stuff, and you would have known the same. Um, so, I don't. Robert Kirkman did this for a reason. He put the slush in there so we had to wait till the end to see what the good stuff is, and he did that on purpose. He got us so into it and so into it, and then he turned it another direction, and all the fans were like, "What?" Um, so he in the okay, Coda, no, no, not tonight. It's the mid-season finale. We're not having that. Um, uh, Hold on. Dang, where was I? So, he just sort of put it in there. And let me say, the very best mid-season finale ever in The Walking Dead so far will be Too Far Gone. Like the best that there ever was, and it probably ever will be. So, it was not at all like that. It was more boring today. And we're 3 minutes in, so I gotta talk. So, Rick gets in there. Deanna's bit. She's dead. They let Deanna pretends to commit suicide. Well, no, she commits suicide, but not like this. She was going to, but then she just let zombies eat her. And then they all do what they did in season one. We've all seen this before. They get bed sheets, put them on their body. They get zombie because they're. What happens is so Carl and whatever his name is, the other 14-year-old boy, are in the garage, and he basically locks the door and he says, "Carl, it's time for you to die." And he pulls out a gun. Carl, he's smart enough, he knows what's happening. Carl stops it. They get into a fight, and then like I said, he locked the door, and he ends up one of the not Carl, the other kid takes a shovel and busts the window out. So zombies are flooding into the house, and Rick basically knocks the door down with the axe. They get inside. They're trying to barricade the door up. It won't work. They run upstairs. Rick says we have to get to the armory. So they put the blood and guts all over them. They're walking out of the house. They're going to the armory. That's basically a sum up of everything that happened in that part of the show. And I haven't, like, it's been a while since I've read the comics. It's been over a year. So I don't know. Was this a scene? They're all covered in guts, and they're walking through a huge crowd of zombies, walkers, and they're holding hands. Like, the entire group is in a line holding hands, walking through walkers. Was that a scene in the comics? Because For some reason, I thought that was like a big scene in the comics. Whatever. Either way. And then Glenn's point of view, Maggie climbs up on top of a like watchtower. Glenn climbs on top of a tree. He sees her. So I'm assuming next season, next half of the season, I'm assuming he's gonna go up there and help her and save her and whatever, yada yada. But if you overlook me talking about this, what's his face? The other kid, the other 15-year-old boy, tries to shoot Carl, not through the eye like I thought. He tries to kill Carl, and they got into a bit like it was a big fight. Like I sort of like summed it up, but it was a big fight. Um, and then that's that. And then what else happened? Morgan and Carol get into a fight because Carol basically wants to kill. Well, I think Carol has some personal problems with Morgan. We don't know what that is yet, but I think she's got something against him, and so she pulls out a knife and she tries to kill the leader of the wolves that Morgan has imprisoned in his house. If you remember that. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. This is my second time filming this video, so I'm not feeling too good about it. So she takes a knife and points it at him, and then Morgan says, "We don't have to do this." She says, "I will kill you just to be able to kill him." And Carol she's doing the best for the group, but she's not going the right way. She's not doing it the right way. So they basically get into a fight. Morgan lifts up Carol and body slams her on concrete. She's knocked out. He's looking like, what have I done? And then the leader comes up behind him, hits him in the head, knocks Morgan out. He takes the female doctor and he runs off with her. And he takes guns from Rosita and he runs off with her. Am I forgetting anything else? Deanna's dead. Other than that, okay, we're gonna talk about what the title says because we're all waiting for what the title says. So Negan, Negan's here. This was not clickbait. We did not see Negan in this episode, but Negan is mentioned. So this was BS. It got me mad. You had to watch the first 5 minutes of Into the Badlands to see the final 2 minutes of the mid-season finale. And I know what that is. It's AMC trying to get us all into the Badlands. And it could be a good show. I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. I want to, but I haven't yet. And that's just them advertising another show. And that sort of ticked me off. But it was worth it for the news that we got. So, oh my gosh. All right. So so Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha are all in a truck. They're driving back. Oh, by the way, if you remember 2 episodes ago when they were on the walkie-talkie and they said help, that was Eugene, but it wasn't like a big deal. He just said it. That was not Glenn. That was Eugene. Anyway, so they're driving down the street. They come across about 8 or 9 bikers. Not like motorcycle bikers. And they look like a rough crowd. And at first my predictions were, do you remember in season 4 when Rick bit that guy's neck out and Daryl was involved? At first I thought that was maybe some more of that gang. But no, it was not. It was Negan's gang. And it might have been Dwight. I don't know. There was only like really one main character out of the gang that we saw. But, so the gang was like, get out of your truck. And so they all got out of the truck. And he was like, everything you have in that truck is mine now. The guns, the oil, the mints in your glove department. And he said, it's all mine. Or, no, not his. He said, it belongs to somebody else. That was like important. He said, it belongs to somebody else. So Sasha says, who does it belong to? Now, pay attention to this line. He says, every property that you have belongs to Negan. And that is when I thought I was about to shoot through the roof. So, half of you may not know who Negan is. If you're interested, look him up on the internet. If you don't really care, then wait till February. But I'm going to give you a description of what I know, at least. And by the way, I said earlier I stopped reading the comics. So let me know in the comments below if you read the comics. Does Negan die yet? Because last thing I saw about Negan was he was like Rick had him locked up. That was the last thing I heard from Negan. I stopped reading the comics about last year. So let me know if he's dead or alive. I want to know. In the comics, I'm not talking about the show. Anyway, so back to the show. So Negan is this almighty, not almighty. He's this great power. He's like a Hitler in a way, like a Kim Jong Un. He's this big guy, probably like 6 foot something. Big guy. I think he might be Russian. Um, he's a big guy, and he has like I think thousands of people. Like literally, I think thousands of people, and he has like a big, tall, giant building, and he has big military base camps. He's got a strong, like a strong group, and so he supposedly trades with people, but well, I mean he steals from people. He goes to small groups and takes their food and stuff. Negan is a bad guy. Um, and him and Rick are gonna butt heads. Like they are. And it's gonna be big too. Like it's probably gonna take up. He's gonna be like the next governor. We had our Shane, we had our governor. We'll wait till you guys get Negan because he is going to be a big deal. And like I said, half you guys don't even know who Negan is, but the people that have read the books, you know. Um, so yeah, just what else? What else is there to say about Negan? His people don't like him, but they have to listen to him, or else he took a hot iron and he burned half a guy's face off. I know that much. Um, and yeah, Negan is not a good dude. So if you guys don't know who that is, if you don't care who it is, I can tell you this much: in February is going to be a big treat. You guys are going to get it when Negan shows up in the episode. And I have a feeling Robert Kirkman's going to do this. I think he's going to pull this off. Sorry I was sort of all over the place, talking about comics. Deanna's dead. Oh yeah, Deanna's dead, by the way. Uh, Negan, I was sort of all over. This wasn't really like my other reviews. I was sort of, I don't know. I think I'm like excited about this. But yeah, so that's all there is to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is going to be my last Walking Dead review of 2015. Last Walking Dead video. Not last video, just the last Walking Dead video till next season. And I'm not sure. I might do it. I might do like some predictions or something along the way. But I don't know. Maybe like January, December, I will. But I still will be doing vlogs and my regular content. Excuse me. I appreciate everyone that came by. I gained probably like 300 subs from reviews, and I love every single one of you that came by and listen to me yell at my dog every week because he only does a scratch. But yeah. So I will see you guys next year on the next season. It's gonna be amazing. I'm telling you, it will be. So I can't wait to speak with you guys soon. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. And for the last review of this year, it's your good old boy, Matt Bright.